Boston College has won the toss. They have elected to receive the football, and they will be moving from right to left. The wind is blowing at their backs, but it should not be much of a factor as it's just gusting occasionally. David Harrison, the referee, and his crew from the ECAC will be handling the officiating here today. The weather conditions are a lot better than they could have been. Just a couple of days ago, it was down around 20 and snowing, and now you see clear and 45 degrees, and that wind gusting at times may not be a factor in the game, and the forecast is for absolutely no precipitation. It's just a few wispy white clouds around. The big difference is you see the snow piled up along the stands here at Fitton Field. It only holds about 20,000 folks. It's been sold out for weeks. And the story is not the weather today, but the weather of the past couple of weeks, which has turned this field into a sloppy mess. They had a steamroller of sorts out here, flattening things out a little bit. The field, of course, had been frozen the last few nights, overnight, and now with the sun and the wind, it has started to melt what was frozen, and that has turned into nothing but mud. Billy Young will kick it off. Billy, a senior from Yardley, Pennsylvania, does the kicking for Boston, or for Holy Cross, and back for Boston College, 21 Tyrone Taylor, along with number 19 Chuck Gregory. A very short kick, and Carmody and another player come together and fumble the football. But Boston College apparently retains possession as Tyrone Taylor came up with the ball, and Sean Halloran will lead the BC offense. Halloran, after a slow start this year and being benched early in the season, has come back with 60% completions and 1,800 yards passing. He'll be joined by Stratford in the backfield along with fullback Jim Turner. The wide receivers are Martin and Flutie, and the tight end Peter Casparillo. Up front, Oliver, Wolf, Trombley, Trapillo, and Wydell have a tremendous weight advantage over the defensive front of Holy Cross. And in a quagmire that this field may become on a muddy surface, that additional weight could be an even bigger advantage. BC going with two tight ends on first down. Lots of time for Halloran, and he completes it to Kelvin Martin. And Martin gets across the 35 to about the 37 before he's tackled by Jerry McCabe, the captain of Holy Cross, number 55, a senior from Detroit, Michigan. And defensively, along with McCabe, up front, Kelly, Judnick, Southard, Martin, and Smith. Andy Martin with 16 sacks for 100 yards in losses. McGovern, the other linebacker, with Jerry McCabe. In the secondary, Dixon, Estep, Lucas, and Lockbaum. Gordy Lockbaum, the corner, often comes out and goes back in on passing situations as a nickelback. BC with a first down at their own 37. To Stratford. Stratford doing his thing, breaking tackles, and gets the ball up near midfield before he's knocked down by Tom Estep, a free safety, number 20, a junior from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. But Troy Stratford and his healthiness has given BC a great dimension in their offense.
It's just Sean Halloran reading the coverage downfield. They're playing his zone. He dumps the football off to Troy Stratford with a blocker in front of him, makes the key block, and now all of a sudden he just goes straight ahead using that leg drive, breaking a couple tackles and getting the first down, or just a yard short.
He did gain 9 to the 46, so it's 2nd and 1, Boston College. John Bronner in at fullback for BC as Turner goes in motion, and the pitch to Stratford. Stratford has the first down as he gets to midfield and maybe to the Holy Cross 49 before Scott Rudy, number 44, the left linebacker, makes the stop. It is spotted at the Holy Cross 49, where it'll be another Boston College first down.
The defensive line from Holy Cross averages 229 pounds and their front 5 people. That Boston College offensive line is about 275 pounds. They're going to try to go right at that defensive line. Conversely, Holy Cross is trying to do a lot of stunting, a lot of misdirections on defense.
Stratford again, straight ahead, gains about 4 down to the 45. Slipping and sliding in there. And again, it was Scott Rudy, number 44, along with 55 Jerry McCabe, the 2 linebackers who brought him down. That's a gain of about 4. So it's 2nd down and 6.
We broadcast a couple of Boston College games where the footing has been a problem. They have the wrong shoes on. Right now, so far here in the first quarter on his drive, there have been no slipping at all by that Boston College offensive line or back.
Halloran apparently audibleizing at the line and giving the ball to Stratford again. He cuts off tackle and is knocked down by number 50, Tom Smith, the right defensive end, as he tries to get to the outside. But he did gain yardage on the play, as they're going to spot it near the 43, just inside the 43 of Holy Cross. It'll be third down and about 3 yards to go.
But look at the field in between the hash mark. It's very muddy. It looks like it's very slippery there. You run your out routes by your wide receiver. You run towards the sideline where the footing looks like to be a little bit better and the field a little bit drier.
A long 3 yards to go on third down. Halloran with lots of protection swings it out, but it's incomplete, intended for Stratford. And the Holy Cross fans love it, as it will bring up 4th down and 3 at their 43-yard line.
We're about Calvin Martin in motion across the formation, ran him up the field, and just let Troy Stratford break right off Calvin Martin into the flat. Didn't really make a move, so he couldn't slip down. He was open, would have had the first down. That time, Halloran could not put touch on the football and get it to Troy Stratford.
David Rooney, averaging 36.8 yards per punt, boots it away. Taken by Dave Murphy, number 26, a 32-yard punt, and a return to the 15-yard line, where Holy Cross will have a 1st and 10. So with 11:58 remaining in the first quarter, here at Fitton Field, there is no score.
Wash and go with Perks. Got too much you're busy doing to fuss around with your shampooing. Keep your hair on the go with you. Wash and go with Perks. You want a shampoo works as hard as you. Wash and go with Perks.
Pert shampoo has a drop of conditioner, so you just wash and go with great hair and no fuss.
Wash and go with Perks.
Reunity and burgers go nice. Reunity and tacos go nice. Chicken goes nice. Salads go nice with Reunity on ice.
Reuniti has the taste that goes great with all your favorite foods. A taste that makes Reuniti the world's best-loved imported wine.
Everything's nice with Reunity on ice. Reunity, Reunity.
So Holy Cross undefeated, looking for the 11th win of their season. This is their bowl game, as they do not go to the 1AA playoffs, even though they are undefeated. And their first offensive possession, Jeff Wiley gives it to the fullback, and Tom Kelleher bangs forward for about 4 before Tom Porrell, number 72, the nose guard, brings him down. Wiley has had an outstanding year after not being the starting quarterback to open the season. And he is joined in the backfield by Gordy Lockbaum, the tailback, Kelleher at fullback, and the receivers of Hull, Dembowski, and Pedro, the tight end. Up front, Stoy, George, Clarkin, Kutchke, and Miller. And again, along the front line, Holy Cross is outweighed by the BC defensive front. Wiley looking to throw. Faking it to Kelleher and firing over the middle of the tight end, Pedro. Pedro wide open with a big gain out near the 40 before he's dragged down by Bill Thompson, number 46. First down, Holy Cross.
You see Randy Pedro right here, the tight end, just checking for a count. Let the secondary go deep downfield, then delay right across the middle. He's wide open, going right down the seam. Did a good job of delaying right at the line. Give him a count, be patient, and then take off in the middle. And Wiley put the ball right there for the big play.
It worked for 22 yards and a first down at the Holy Cross 40. Lockbaum in motion. And Wiley looking for him and completing it, but Lockbaum went to his knee as he made the reception at the 42. So he's down there. Bill Thompson, 46, had the coverage, and it'll be 2nd and 8 after the gain of 2. Up front, Lindstrom, Boza, who has been outstanding, Borrell, Degnan, and Thompson are the front 5. Gaffney and Galvin are the linebackers. Romanowski, still bothered by the hamstring, will see action. Williams, Creshpain, Pelagata, and Munn in the secondary. Williams, the leading interceptor, with 5 on the year. Lockbaum in motion out of the eye. 2nd and 8. Wiley slipping as he retreats. And over the middle, incomplete. It was intended for number 42, Lee Hall, a junior from Vineland, New Jersey, and Carl Creshpain, 35, the strong safety, had the coverage on it. So it is 3rd down and 7, and the ball still at the Holy Cross 42.
Well, they're trying to bring Gordy Lockbaum in motion across the formation, run him right into the flat. Then they have Lee Hall going downfield about 15, 18 yards, trying to run a curl pattern. He slowed up right around in that mud area in between the hash marks, and the timing was not there between Wiley and Hall.
Holy Cross, as you see, better than 50% on 3rd down conversions. 3rd down and long 7. Wiley gets good protection over the middle of Lockbaum. 1st down, Holy Cross. Lockbaum at the BC 44 before Carl Creshpain, the strong safety, can drag him down. And a big 3rd down play.
Gordy Lockbaum is a 4.75 speed and a 40-yard dash. Watch come right down. He gets head up with Creshpain. When you head up with the defensive back, you can make a two-way go. He broke it back into the inside and beat Creshpain for the 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Wiley under pressure. Bill Thompson sacks him back around midfield. John Bosa, 97, also there. But a penalty flag was thrown on the far side. So we'll see what the infraction might be. Apparently against Holy Cross, as the officials talk it over with number 57, Ted Gaffney, the defensive co-captain. And here's David Harrison. Offside, the preliminary indication against BC. So that's a surprise. They weren't even talking to Holy Cross, and the penalties against BC. They will mark it off just inside the Boston College 40.
Offside. Defense. Still 1st down.
Only now it's 1st and 5 at the Boston College 39. I have a feeling in the 2nd half we're not going to be too sure where the ball is.
We're not going to be too sure who the teams are.
That's true. Or who has the ball. Wiley rolling and completing it. Out of bounds with a 1st down is Wally Dembowski, number 41, a junior from Danvers, Mass. The leading receiver or the 2nd leading receiver behind Lockbaum, actually. His 31st catch of the year.
You see Wiley right now. This is the game plan, to roll out away from the pressure of Boston College defense. He's out in the open field, puts a good throw on the football to Dombrowski to get the 1st down. They want to roll out Wiley because he's about 5'9", 5'10". That defensive line of Boston College is so big, they put their hands up. They'll be batting balls down all afternoon.
Dembowski picks up 12 to the 23, where it's 1st down. Lockbaum's first carry behind power blocking, and breaks tackles and gets inside the 15. Gordy Lockbaum carrying for big yardage before Bill Romanowski, number 53, drags him down. He's close to a 1st down, but there is a penalty flag on the ground.
He's coming out of the I formation, just trying to pick his way. He's got strong legs. He gets hit right here, breaks the tackle, does not go down. Finally, Romanowski had to bring him down on the sideline, but he's very strong. We know about his endurance if you go both ways, but he's got very strong legs.
As you see, at 5'11" and 195, he is compactly built. The penalty, however, is going to nullify the run, as it apparently is against Holy Cross.
Well, the big thing about Gordy Lockbaum is, like I said, he only has 4.75 speed in his 40-yard dash. He's very quick, though. He knows how to get open on the field. He's a very intelligent football player.
Ball foul. Personal on the purple.
The purple is, of course, Holy Cross.
And
it must have occurred after the play, Jack. It was a dead ball foul.
I didn't see the altercation on the field. I know coming in this game, Holy Cross, they are pumped up. They're sky high for this game. Sometimes that can hurt you. You see right now, Mark Duffner on the sideline talking to the official, and he is upset on that call. When you get a 15-yard penalty like that, we'll wait for his call.
Dead ball foul. Personal on the purple.
It occurred after the play, so it moves it back from the spot of the foul to the Boston College 29. It will now be 2nd down and about 16 yards to go. Wiley has good protection again and fires it over the middle, complete to Lockbaum. It is short of the needed first down yardage as he gets it back near the original line of scrimmage around the 22 or 3. Carl Crespane, the strong safety again, made the hit on him for Boston College. So it'll be 3rd and 9 at the 22 after the gain of 7.
Where Gordy Lockbaum feels he and Wiley work so well together. He can almost kind of tell when Wiley's going to get pressure on the passer to break his routes off, to look back for him. And Wiley and Lockbaum have a time that perfectly on a lot of the different passing formations.
Tight end Pedro in motion. Wiley under the blitz. Gets it away on a shovel pass to the fullback Kelleher. Kelleher inside the 10. And finally run out of bounds around the 8 or 9 yard line. Carl Pelagata, number 49, and Steve Williams, number 2, corralled him in the secondary. But a perfect call, Jack, against the blitz.
Well, you get a blitz off the corner. It's a very safe pass, too. Just a little shuffle pass just gets to Kelleher. He bobbles it for a second now with offensive lineman in front of him. He breaks the tackle. A great call against the blitz. If that ball had been dropped by Kelleher, it only goes for an incomplete pass.
It is 1st and goal at the 9 yard line as Kelleher, at 235 pounds, rumbled for the first down. Sold out Fitton Field, really coming to life. Incomplete, almost intercepted. It was intended for Lockbaum, and he and number 49 Carl Pelagata were battling for the football in the end zone. It'll be 2nd and goal, still at the 9.
Wiley gets his ball a little bit too late for Lockbaum. He's open initially, takes his time with the football. Ball finally gets him, and that's when Pelagata came over. Lockbaum was beat the linebacker in front of him very quickly. Wiley had to deliver the ball right then when he broke open. And he got the ball in there before Pelagata got over to break up the play.
So too late. And it's 2nd and goal from the 9. And Lockbaum on the reverse, fakes the double reverse and takes it in for a touchdown. Or did he? Apparently not. They're going to mark it just short. In all honesty, I can't see the goal line at all. And it appeared as if one official was throwing his hands up. Romanowski and Galvin, number 55, stop him just short of the goal line.
You see the power sweep to the outside. Lockbaum faking it right here. In fact, had he given the football off, he would have had a touchdown the other way. Boston College was completely out of the play. He keeps the football, goes down, and then slides into the end zone. He's about a yard short of the touchdown. Outstanding call by Holy Cross right now on this drive.
So a timeout on the field. 7:51 remaining. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 1. No score yet, and we'll return to Fitton Field in just a moment.
Announcing the Valvoline 4-Guard I Love a Parade sweepstakes. Win a trip for 4 to 4 of America's greatest parades. To enter, watch the next commercial and remember what the driver of the smoking car says. Then go to a participating store for details.
Big parade this year.
It's the economy.
Oh, Russell, what kind of motor oil are you using?
Motor oil is motor oil.
Motor oil definitely is not motor oil. A 4-cylinder engine works harder and needs the extra protection of specially formulated Valvoline 4-Guard.
Not much of a parade this year.
It's the economy.
Oh, Russell.
No one really knows how your skin got sensitive. But if it is, try the shave cream with more advanced lubricants than any other. New Gillette Foamy for sensitive skin.
3rd and goal for Holy Cross, just inside the Boston College 1. They have maintained their first possession and overcome a couple of penalties to drive down, threatening to put the first points of the day on the board. Lee Hall in motion. Kelleher straight ahead, and he has stood up at the line of scrimmage. No indication from the officials as yet. Lindstrom and Gaffney, number 57, meeting him right at the line of scrimmage.
And already a big call in the game here in the first quarter. They're trying to go right up the middle. You know, that's the heart and soul of that Boston College defense, that defensive line. Ball carrier got stood up right at the line of scrimmage. I can't tell from this angle at all whether he gained any yardage at all, or is it still 4th down and 1.
They did pick up perhaps a half a yard. They are inches short of the goal line. And a sneak and a touchdown. Jeff Wiley takes it in for the first score, and Holy Cross, a 2-touchdown underdog, leads 6-0.
Wiley doesn't take it right up the middle. What he does is take the ball and he slides right down to his right, find an open area where the linebacker cannot come over and cover him. Just takes that little crack, and it's all he needed to get in on 4th down and get the touchdown.
So Billy Young, who has only missed 1 extra point this season, 32 of 33, will come on to attempt the kick. Wiley is the holder. And the kick is good. 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And they're loving it here at Holy Cross. The timeout with the score. Holy Cross 7, Boston College nothing. We'll be right back.
St. Louis is watching. Mark and Lewis. St. Louis is watching. Mark and Lewis. Watching the price. Giving great advice. Watching the store. To save you so much more. New Mark and Lewis. We always beat the competition. St. Louis is watching.
Not surprisingly, the most advanced watch factory in the world has been chosen to make the most famous watch in the world. It's a Loris. Loris, more watch than humanly possible, at a price that'll make you smile.
Holy Cross taking the early lead 7-0 on this quarterback sneak by Jeff Wiley.
Jeff Wiley just take the snap, just try to find the crack wherever it is. It's over his right side of his right guard. He just finds that area and goes right into the end zone rather than going right over top of the center. He might have been stopped that way. He found the crack and got in.
Billy Young to kick off, and Holy Cross showing that they are in fact a good offensive club. They've averaged almost 29 points a game and over 400 yards a game in total offense, and piling up their undefeated 10-0 record coming in. They lead 7-0, and the kick is short. And Chuck Gregory and Tyrone Taylor fight for it. Tyrone Taylor comes up with it and gets the ball out to the 35. So BC will have good field position. Mike Felitti, number 28, a freshman, made the tackle on the run back, and they mark it just short of the 35, where it'll be 1st and 10 as we look at the Holy Cross scoring drive. An 85-yard, impressive 11-play drive, Jack, especially overcoming the penalties as they did.
And a big play was that shuffle pass to Kelleher, where it really took Boston College by surprise. They came with the blitz. A great call by Holy Cross. Caught him in an ideal situation, and that was the key play to get touchdown for Holy Cross.
So Boston College tries to get going, and a collision in the backfield, a fumble, and Holy Cross is recovered. Number 50, Tom Smith, fell on the ball as Halloran and Bronner, the fullback, collided. And perhaps the muddy field had a little to do with this play, as Holy Cross, leading already, gets the ball back.
See John Bronner coming right up the middle, just took an angle right at Sean Halloran. I'm not sure Sean Halloran was supposed to come out of the way or not. He came right up the middle, hit him right in the back, and caused the fumble, a turnover. Now Boston College all of a sudden looks like they could possibly get down 14-0 here early in the first quarter.
It looked like Bronner slipped as he tried to start it, threw him off balance, and he careened right into Halloran, who was trying to come out from under center with the ball. So Holy Cross at their own 30, or rather at the BC 30, 1st and 10. Wiley right back to the air, firing it for Lockbaum. Lockbaum has it inside the 10. Lockbaum at the 1-yard line. No, it's a touchdown. One official has signaled touchdown, and the other is marking it at the 1. One official says he got into the end zone and was pushed back. He is still standing with his hands extended. And the other official is marking it down, and now the officials say it is a touchdown.
I'll say, Steve, Gordy Lockbaum can get open. I don't care who he's playing against. They're going for the big play right after the turnover, trying to get the big score. And Lockbaum running the deep pattern downfield, gets the football, now makes some moves in open field. But the other people just cannot get control of themselves in the secondary. Lockbaum turns it around inside and gets the touchdown.
Gordy Lockbaum, who has already gotten at least one official vote for the Heisman Trophy this year, may be, if he continues to play as he has this season and playing both ways, the #1 candidate for the Heisman next year. Because quite often the Heisman Trophy is awarded not in what you do this particular season, but what you have done the season before. And Lockbaum has been outstanding this year.
And not just because he plays offense and defense, but he is a complete football player. Catches the ball, he blocks, he runs outstanding routes.
Billy Young's extra point is good. And with 6:48 remaining in the first quarter, following the turnover on Boston College's second possession, Holy Cross leads 14-0, even though they are a 13-point underdog. Right, Jack, the stage is set right now.
Well, right now, Jack McNeil has got to talk to his football team. They're coming in here with the idea that they were supposed to win. Holy Cross being the underdog by a 2-touchdown margin. They've got to settle down right now, play football. They've got to, first of all, forget about the field out there. The field should not be a factor for them. They don't want to concentrate too much on the field. They want to concentrate more on what they want to do out there on the field, and they can't have a fullback bounce into your quarterback, which caused that fumble, and all of a sudden a 14-point lead. If you give an underdog team like that a 14-point lead early in the game, boy, all of a sudden it's going to be a long afternoon for you throughout the rest of the game.
Holy Cross already emotionally high for the game, and all you've done right now is fuel their fire so far.
What you really want to do when you play a team like Holy Cross coming into their stadium, you want to come out on your initial drive, march down the field, put some points on the board, take the crowd out of the game, and take some of the steam out of the Holy Cross team. Boston College has been unable to do that.
Chuck Gregory and Tyrone Taylor back to receive Billy Young's kickoff. And again, it's fairly short. Gregory at the 20-yard line. Straight up the middle to about the 34, where he runs into a pile, and it'll be once again 1st and 10 Boston College. And again, it was Mike Felipe making the tackle along with Dave Murphy on special teams for Holy Cross. It looks like the ball will be marked around the 33. The yard markers are very quickly becoming obliterated. So we'll guess along with everybody else.
Let's go!
The officials are waiting to place the ball on the ground until the last minute in an effort to keep it as clean as possible. And of course, the ball is replaced after every play for that purpose as well. Halloran with lots of time swings it out and completes it to Martin, who dances out of bounds at about the 38 or 9. Scott Rudy, number 44, chased him out. It's a gain of 5 or 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and about 5 yards to go.
And I really think you want to throw the football on this field. You want to do it to the outside, away from the hash marks, where the field looks like a little bit drier. The footing looks a little more solid out there. That time Martin caught the out pattern for about 6 yards.
Stratford hammered right at the line of scrimmage. There were 3 purple-shirted defenders waiting for him, led by leading tackler and captain Jerry McCabe. Number 55, number 63, Steve Southard, the nose guard, also there, along with Andy Martin, 79. So maybe a yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 4.5 to go.
Talk about how this field will affect one team or the other, or one player or the other. It takes away a big part of Troy Stratford's game. He cannot play with that reckless running style that he normally does on artificial turf this afternoon.
Halloran with a straight drop back pass and 3 wide receivers in there, and he completes it. Kelvin Martin has the 1st down as he gets to about the 47 or 8 rather, before Julio Fernandez Number 24 brings him down in the secondary. So big third down conversion for BC. They have a 1st and 10 at their own 48.
Right now, Holy Cross is playing zone defense, trying to give up short things underneath right now. Thinking that Boston College can't drive the entire length of the football field. On the field like this, they'll make a mistake one way or another, and will stop their drive.
Halloran has completed 3 of 5 so far, and he's looking long. Firing it to Martin, who has it at the Holy Cross 30. Tackled out of bounds by Byron Dixon, number 6, near the 25. Dixon, a junior from Paulsboro, New Jersey. But Calvin Martin got open, and again, Jack, they are using that more firm sideline footing.
Good play action fake right now. You see Halloran back here in a long time waiting to deliver the football. Finally, Calvin Martin breaks free in a dead area behind the linebacker in front of the defensive back on the play. Byron Dixon makes the catch down inside the 30-yard line.
From the 26, 1st and 10. Jim Turner, the fullback, breaks a big one up the middle and slips and falls at the 15 in the grasp of number 26, Dave Murphy. Murphy, a freshman from Walpole, Massachusetts. But Turner found a big hole and busted through there until he lost his footing.
Really funny, Jim Turner coming right up the middle. He slipped and fell down at the same time. Dave Murphy, the guy who was trying to tackle him, came over and fell down. No one touched Jim Turner as he went down inside the 15-yard line. Just a straight-ahead play. They caught the Holy Cross defense in a game, a stunning-type defense, and he went right up the middle with it.
1st down at the 14. 3 wide receivers to the right. Halloran with a short drop. Completes it to Martin. Martin with a break, running for the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College.
Calvin Martin made a big league play. Not only the catch, but when he came across the middle on that hook pattern, he dropped his hands, but kept his footing. That enabled him to get the touchdown. You see Halloran right now dropping back to throw. Gets the ball out to Calvin Martin. Watch him drop his hand right here. Does not go down. The defensive back Dixon does, and that gives him time to get into the corner of the end zone. Smart play by Calvin Martin.
Martin already with 5 catches for a total of 65 yards and that 1 touchdown, as it is now 14-6 Holy Cross. And the extra point to come. Brian Lowe, who has hit on 22 of 23 extra point attempts, will do the kicking. Brian, a sophomore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the kick is good. 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Still in the 1st quarter of play, and the score now, Holy Cross 14, Boston College 7. And we'll return to Fitton Field in just a moment.
What is the secret of a truly fine sparkling wine? It is the bubbles. Tiny bubbles like these. The smaller the bubble, the better the bottle. This is Riunite Spumante, a superb sparkling wine from Italy. An elegant sparkling wine with more taste than champagne. Our tiny bubbles will convince you. Riunite Spumante. More taste than champagne.
A new force has emerged in commercial banking. National Westminster Bank USA. With a commitment to excellence through flexible lending products.
We can respond quickly. We know your industry.
Innovative cash management.
We can invest your funds earlier.
We're part of a $100 billion worldwide banking group.
Our international trade finance capabilities can help.
We're working harder to do more for our customers. NatWest USA, the people and the resources you need today and tomorrow.
Holy Cross leading 14-7. Boston College's touchdown once again. The pass 14 yards. Sean Halloran to Kelvin Martin.
Again, good protection in the offensive line for Sean Halloran. But he's looking at Calvin Martin all the way on a 1-on-1, a hook pattern. You see him make the catch and just drop that left hand down. That enabled him to keep his knee off the ground, turn back, and when Dixon slipped for a second, enabled Calvin Martin to get into the corner of the end zone.
So Brian Lowe will kick it off. Gordon Lockbaum, number 17, and number 36, Tim Donovan, are back there awaiting the kick. You see the scoring drive, 66 yards in 6 plays, and BC, after sputtering their first 2 possessions, moved the ball with authority that time on the arm of Sean Halloran.
I think Boston College is finding out right now in a field like it is out here, a muddy track, You're better off trying to throw the football against a defense like that on this kind of field. You know where Calvin Martin and Flutie and those your receivers are going. Defensive back like Dixon fell down on the play. That enabled Martin to get the touchdown. So your passing game can work very effectively on a field like this.
Well, for the second time, the ball has fallen off the tee, and I guess a gust of wind blew it off each time. So now Steve Williams, who is the safety man on the kickoff coverage team, will come in to hold it for Brian Lowe. Lockbaum and Donovan still awaiting the kick. This footing is a kicker's nightmare. Lowe hits it pretty well, and Lockbaum slides over to take it at about the 11-yard line. Trying to get to the outside, he gets it across the 25 to about the 27. Brought down by Jim Hassel, number 50, a senior defensive end from Cincinnati, Ohio. Holy Cross back on offense, leading 14-7, and Jeff Wiley has completed 7 of 9 passes for 104 yards already, including a touchdown pass, and he's also scored the other touchdown himself on a quarterback sneak. So Wiley, who's had an outstanding season, off to a great start today.
If I'm the Boston College defensive coach, that I have to take Lockbaum out of the offense. You have to double team him or whatever, take him away from the offense, make Wiley go to other receivers to beat you, take the best player on the field, you can double team him and get him out of the offense.
Wiley rolling and looking, and under some pressure he gets away from John Boza. Still with it, finally run down by number 71 Dave Nugent, the nose guard, a 270-pound senior from Reading, Mass. But there is a gain on the play of about, well, actually a loss on the play. Looking at the wrong yard stripe, he loses about 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 13. That defensive front of Boston College has made their presence felt all season long, especially the last 7 or 8 games.
They've now become very confident. They can rush the passer. They're bigger and stronger than a lot of the offensive linemen they play against. I think they're taking a lot of pride in getting to the quarterback, putting pressure on the quarterback. They did a good job last week against Syracuse and Don McPherson.
On 2nd and 13, Wiley rolls the other way. Firing it over the middle, incomplete. It was almost picked off. It was intended for the tight end Randy Pedro, but Bill Romanowski, number 53, and Carl Pelagata, number 49, were sort of crisscrossing on the coverage and could not hold on.
Boy, Bill Romanowski, the inside linebacker, read it all the way. He saw Wiley rolling out to his right. Just kind of came from the inside linebacker position, came underneath the receiver page when the ball went right through his hand. Well, Romanowski, who's had a couple of interceptions this year, would have picked that one off.
So it's 3rd down and 13 yards to go. Holy Cross 1 of 2 in 3rd down conversions so far today. 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. Holy Cross leading Boston College 14-7. Wiley with good protection. Over the middle, intercepted by Romanowski. Bill Romanowski had it go right into his hands as he was waiting for it. Picks up his 4th interception of the year. And Boston College is in good field position, trailing by 7.
You see Romanowski right here. He's going down the line. He has number 21. You see 21 in the back when he's blocking. That is his man. Wiley never sees Romanowski standing there. The ball comes right to him. What Romanowski is doing, just covering a man in the back when he's blocking. He's standing right at the line of scrimmage, and Wiley never saw him, and Romanowski picked it up for a pretty cheap interception. But he'll take it.
As a former linebacker, you'd take it, wouldn't you?
Well, you have an interception like that on the play where it's going somewhere else. It's a good one to get, but he never even saw Romanowski right underneath the lineman, and he just threw the football downfield.
Jim Turner on the carry, and Jerry McCabe, along with Steve Southard, make the stop on him for a short gain of a couple. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. The ball now at the 21 of Holy Cross. 1 turnover apiece. Boston College fumbled it away that led to a Holy Cross score. And now Holy Cross has given up the interception. 2nd down and 8. Fake to Stratford. Halloran looking over the middle and firing it and completing it. Down inside the 15-yard line is Darren Flutie, number 24. In the grasp of number 26, Dave Murphy. Tom Estep, the free safety, number 20, also on the coverage.
Sean Halloran, another play action fake to Stratford. He has Casparillo to his right wide open, but he decides to go right down the middle to Flutie, who makes a jumping catch right in the middle. He had a couple of people open. Casparillo to the right side wide open, but he took Flutie, who was coming right across, which was the easier throw for Sean Halloran.
The ball right on the 10-yard line, so it would have to be considered first and goal, as the nose of the ball is across the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Calvin Martin. Martin hit immediately, holds on, and Boston College has come back to within 1 point. Martin now 6 catches for 75 yards and both Boston College touchdowns.
Sean Halloran did a good job of reading the one-on-one coverage right over here to his left. He just lays that ball perfectly for Calvin Martin, running a quick inside post pattern. Defensive back could not stay with Calvin Martin, and Sean Halloran did a good job with the timing of getting the ball right there to Martin in the end zone.
Sean Carmody does the holding as Brian Lowe will attempt another extra point. Holy Cross 14-13 with the extra point to come. It is Twayfe. Just 2 minutes and 34 seconds remain here in the first quarter, and this ball game is tied. We've had 28 points scored already. The Boston College fans have something to cheer about as their team has come back from a 14-0 deficit to tie it. We may have the makings of a rather lengthy and exciting afternoon if this scoring pace continues.
I think it's a credit to Jack Bicknell. His team kept its poise. When you're down 14-0 in away ballpark, especially as high as Holy Cross is for this football game, you got to realize it's the biggest game of the year for Holy Cross. I'm not sure of that on the Boston College side, but they came back very methodically, got a touchdown to 14-7, and then Romanowski, who's made a lot of big plays the entire season, picks off an interception, and they punched that one into Calvin Martin, so all of a sudden they're right back in the game.
And perhaps the 14 points that BC has come up with, as you look at how quickly they scored after the turnover here, has done something to dampen the enthusiasm of Holy Cross. They were sky high to start the game, and after leading 14-0, their feet weren't even touching the ground.
Well, they came into the game, Holy Cross, feeling they've got to stop Troy Stratford. Troy Stratford has not been a big factor in the 14 points that have scored. They have found out right now when Sean Halloran, like last week, it's time to throw the football. Whether it's a muddy day or it's a fast track in an artificial turf, he will complete passes, and they've got to put pressure on him up the middle, or he'll continue to throw the football to Martin and Flutie and Casparillo and company all over the field.
36 Tim Donovan and 17 Gordy Lockbaum are back to receive the kickoff of Brian Lowe from the 35. 2:34 remaining in the first quarter. Boston College is offside on the kickoff as Lockbaum takes it at the 10. And he gets it out across the 25. But we'll see if, in fact, they elect to go with the penalty or take it. Jim Hassel, number 50, again made the tackle on the special teams for Boston College, as the ball is marked right at the 25 for a 15-yard return. There's the preliminary indication offside by David Harrison against BC on the kickoff. I don't know about you, Jack, but if it were me, I'd make him kick it again.
Especially on this field out here and getting the ball into Gordy Lockbaum's hands one more time, and with the blockers in front of him. He's made so many big plays the entire year. Why not make him kick it again and see what can happen?
That's what they're going to do.
They're going to bring it back and have him re-kick the football again. But I'm amazed at Gordy Lockbaum, not only offensively where he plays all the time, and spot playing on defense, but also special teams, kickoff returns. I asked him yesterday, how do you go from one meeting to another? He said, I just jump back and forth the entire practice. And when I go offense or defense, I'm just not over there to watch. I'm in on every play, offensively and defensively, when I'm over there. So I asked him if he gets tired. He said, no, I feel great. I guess that's what young legs will do for you. I don't know about it.
No, me either. Not for many years. No, he seems to thrive on it. And in talking to him about the situation, he started the season, or at least last season, just playing offense, and he thought at the end of last season he would continue in that regard. Or just playing defense, rather. He didn't play any offense to speak of. But some injuries and graduation caused a need, and in spring ball, as last year's when they actually started working him at both positions, and they talked about it a great deal over the summer, and when practice began, they figured out a way for him to do it effectively, and he certainly has done it effectively all season long, meetings or no meetings.
Playing both ways, there's nothing unique that they're trying to do here with Holy Cross. With Gordy Lockbaum, they actually needed him. They just did not have the people defensively and offensively that they could put in there, so they needed him, and that's why he's out there playing a lot of plays this afternoon. He earns his letter in the first quarter of most football.
That's right. So the kick now from the 30-yard line, and again it's Lockbaum, and this time he takes it up in front of the 20. And he breaks it to the outside and gets out near the 45 before he's wrestled down. So almost a 20-yard pickup on the 5-yard penalty. Brian Lowe, the kicker, in on the tackle along with David Thompson, a sophomore safety from Madison, Connecticut. But there's Gordy Lockbaum again. And it's at the 44, 1st and 10, Holy Cross. In addition to Lockbaum, both quarterbacks, Wiley of Holy Cross and Halloran of Boston College, have been outstanding so far. And Wiley looking to throw again. He looked for Lockbaum and it wasn't there, so he ran it. BC had to play defense perfectly as they had a man between Wiley and Lockbaum who was breaking from a wingback position, trying to pick up what appeared to be another little shovel pass or a dump pass underneath.
I think the situation where Boston College played against Syracuse last week, where the quarterback that rolls out, tries to get outside of containment, was a good practice for this game and preparing for Holy Cross. They played very disciplined last week, and the defensive line and linebackers trying to do the same thing this afternoon against Wiley.
Lockbaum in motion out of the I formation. And it's complete to him at midfield, and he's forward in the grasp of Lindstrom to about the 49 of BC. Eric Lindstrom, a junior, at 6'3" and 220, out there waiting for Lockbaum. Lindstrom's had a lot of big plays for BC this year.
For the reason they put him in motion, Lockbaum, they feel, first of all, he can release up the field that much easier against a defensive back or linebacker, not getting jammed as much. And also just to spread out that defense, make people aware where he is, and put him in a lot of different positions.
3rd down and 3 at the 49 of BC. Holy Cross 1 of 3 in 3rd down conversion. Wiley throwing and completing it to Pedro, who just does hang on to the football and fall forward for the 1st down. Vincent Munn, the cornerback, there to cover him immediately. And Randy Pedro just did retain the handle and get enough for the 1st down.
Boy, they had Gordy Lockbaum lined up at the open side of the field, towards the open field, and what Wiley does is comes back, looks strong side, and the last second, when the secondary rotates the other way, came back to Pedro, who caught the ball, juggled it for a second, and barely got the 1st down.
Just outside the 45 of Boston College as we near the end of the 1st quarter in a 14-14 tie. Wiley with a long count. Gets it away to Lockbaum. One-on-one, and Lockbaum tripped up by Ed Duran as he falls forward very near the 1st down marker at the 35 of Boston College. It may be close enough for them to measure.
We also saw Jeff Wiley take a long time at the line of scrimmage. He read blitz. Boston College gave it away with people up on the line of scrimmage. He audible at the last second. If there's not a missed tackle on Lockbaum out in that flat, that ball in the end zone for a touchdown.
The clock stops with 12 seconds remaining in the quarter. The officials were marking the ball and were going to go ahead and put it in play. Now they have asked for a timeout and are in fact going to measure, and perhaps Holy Cross asks for the measurement, which is something that they should do. And you see Mark Duffner talking it over with one of the officials. So they will bring the chains on to see if, in fact, it is a first down.
Tough on the officials out there trying to find lines out there where to mark the chain so it's an accurate measurement out there, especially when the ball is stopped in the middle of the field. They've got a good mark over there on the far side right now. If they ever have a measurement in the middle, that's going to be an educated guess.
That's right. Tough to be accurate. Well, they pull it taut, and it is, in fact, a first down. So they were not going to measure and had marked it for play as second down, and Holy Cross doing the proper thing, asking for the measurement. Lockbaum has now caught 6 passes for 67 yards. In addition, he's carried the ball twice for 16 yards. So his per-play average is quite high. Now, all of a sudden, the clock has started again, and it's going to run out as they will not get another play off. What a first quarter we have had at Fitton Field. That is the end of the first stanza here. And the score is tied. Boston College 14, Holy Cross 14.
When you send a package to Europe, do you get that sinking feeling that it could be anywhere? Here, there, out of your hands, out of your control, lost? Well, Federal Express goes to Europe. We make sending a package there as easy and reliable as it is here, because Federal tracks your package with computerized scanners. Federal Express, 2-day service to the major cities in Europe. Why fool around with anyone else?
Get the look you want, the look of action, the NFL Pro Line look. Here's how to get it. The authentic NFL Pro Line catalog brings you the same gear worn by players and coaches. NFL game jerseys from the authentic suppliers, heavy-duty T-shirts, and more, built to take it. NFL Pro Line, the way you want to look. For your catalog, send $1 to NFL Gift Catalog, 10810 Older Circle, Dallas, Texas.
When you're in the business of saving lives, you better not let your transmission die. That's why many ambulance fleets go to AMCO, because AMCO does better than fix your transmission. They rebuild it to perform like new. Ambulances can't take unnecessary risks. Should you? Go where you know it's better than fixed. It's AMCO, AA, MCO.
Some plastic wraps seem to have a mind of their own. So get the one that cleans where it's supposed to clean. Get Reynolds plastic wrap before yours gets out of hand.
Use Reynolds Wrap to freeze. Reynolds Wrap wraps right. Fights freeze or burn, you're gonna learn how Reynolds Wrap can freeze. Takes the cold, takes the heat from casseroles to dinner meat. Use Reynolds Wrap to freeze.
As we start the second quarter, Steve Zabriskie and Jack Ham with you from Fitton Field here in Worcester, Mass. Holy Cross and BC tied 14 all. Holy Cross with a first down at the BC 35. And Wiley looking to throw. Just does get it away. Incomplete. Intended for number 41, Wally Dembowski. He was covered by Vincent Nunn, number 28. And Wiley took a shot as he released the ball. And an indication of how even this game is. Each team in the first quarter, 7 first downs. The yards rushing only 1 different. Holy Cross has piled up more yardage in the passing department, and they have held the football 2.5 minutes longer through the first quarter than has Boston College.
Defense did not show up in the first quarter.
No, there was 1 turnover apiece, and each turnover led to a score. 2nd and 10, still at the BC 35. And whistle stopping play as a flag was thrown at the line of scrimmage. And usually an illegal procedure follows in that scenario. And here is David Harrison. That is the indication against Holy Cross. So it'll move him back 5 to the BC 40, where it'll be 2nd down and 15. And you can tell from that shot right there that they're operating in something akin to a cow pasture. Hopefully without the normal accoutrements.
I played in fields like this when I was in high school. I was on a third team center, but never got in the game. Walk off the field and your girlfriend really knows you never played. Your uniform's completely clean.
You feel like jumping in the mud, rolling around. As you saw, Penn State with the early lead against Pitt, 3-0. We'll try to keep you updated on other scores from around the country as the game goes on. 2nd and 15 from the Boston College 40 for Holy Cross. Wiley, incomplete. It was intended out there for Rick Lane, a junior from Woodland Hills, California. He was covered by Garrick McPherson, number 48. But it was wide, so it's 3rd and 15, still at the Boston College 40.
Boston College taking a little more chances now defensively, trying to put a little more pressure on Wiley back there in that pocket, force him to stay in the pocket and put pressure from the outside. Like I said, he's not a very tall quarterback, about 5'9". It's like throwing out of a well against that defensive line of 6'4" and 6'5" defensive linemen.
Holy Cross 2 of 4 in 3rd down conversions as Lockbaum comes in motion. Wiley looking long and firing it for Rick Lane, incomplete, and no flag on the play. Garrick McPherson wants offensive pass interference. McPherson, a junior from Baltimore, Maryland, had the coverage, and he and Rick Lane collided. The ball fell incomplete, ruled to be incidental contact, so no flag.
McPherson really got outstanding coverage on the play. You see him, he's deeper than Lane on the play. The ball was really underthrown back over the right shoulder. Both players try to turn back. Lane slipped down and fell down. And the same thing occurred with McPherson. There's no penalty.
Well, Holy Cross trying a little trick here as they run their punt team on at the last second. And Boston College was waiting for them. They had seen it on film and had their receiving team ready. So on the punt is Jack Phelps, and he angles it inside the 10 and out of bounds at around the 5. They're going to mark it just outside the 5. Kelvin Martin was back there, but Phelps, a sophomore from Belmore, New York, hits one 34 yards. And the most important fact is that it goes out of bounds inside the 6. We have a timeout here in the 2nd quarter. 14:35 left to go in the half, and the score tied at 14. We'll be right back.
Are you planning on getting engaged? Save up to 70% off the cost of your diamond and get a matching 14-karat gold wedding band free. Call Capital Diamond Importers of Bloomfield and Paramus, New Jersey, and Manhasset, Long Island. Full-carat diamonds start at just $495, and each comes with Capital's exclusive 10-day money-back guarantee. Call Capital Diamond at 1-800-238-9898 for an appointment.
Capital Diamond, when the moment is right.
Staten Island Subaru. New York's newest dealer, determined to be the biggest. Staten Island Subaru, where you can find a wide range of Subarus. The luxury-looking import that's inexpensive to buy. Staten Island Subaru. Stocks all parts and offers same-day service. Staten Island Subaru. Leases and sells used cars, too. Staten Island Subaru. Your Subaru car dealer in New York. Staten Island Subaru. At 1590 Highland Boulevard, off Raritan Avenue.
The Eagle is fired up, and he hopes that Boston College Eagles are as well, as they have a 1st and 10 at their own 6 after the punt by Phelps. Halloran from his own end zone completes it to Darren Flutie. And Flutie is down at about the 18 with a 1st down. Tom Eastep, the free safety, number 20, made the tackle.
Steve, I just feel right now Jack Bicknell is taking the philosophy, throwing the football is the best way to go on this natural grass field out here, or his natural mud field out here. And he feels running the football, it's going to get you in a lot of trouble. He'll try to keep him honest with the running game. But today I think he's going to fire the football. It's going to be kind of a run and shoot type offense.
They are spreading the defense out, and they give the ball to the fullback Turner. And Turner gets across the 20. Out to about the 23 for a gain of almost 5 before Tom Smith, number 50 at defensive end, brings him down. Smith, a sophomore from southeastern Massachusetts. So it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 22-yard line, 2nd and 6. Actually, the ball's at the 23, and it's 2nd down and 5. And we're going to have this problem in even greater profusion as the game goes along. Halloran with lots of time, firing it and completing it again to Darren Flutie. Flutie across the 30 as he slides down. Jim Kelly, number 91, had the coverage. But it's going to be another Boston College first down. Prior to this possession, BC's average field position in this game had been their own 43-yard line. They start this drive at their own 6, and they have moved it out to the 32, 1st and 10.
Boy, the receivers, especially Darren Flutie, did a good job. Your hands are a little bit muddy and slick catching the football.
Stratford picking his way through the mud out to about the 36. 55, Jerry McCabe, pre-med student from Detroit, brings him down. McCabe really the leader on the team. Lockbaum gets a great deal of publicity, obviously, because of the year he has had and the fact that he plays both ways. But the team really looks to Jerry McCabe for leadership, and he has really provided it. He has been an inspiration, they say, both on and off the field. Boston College calls a timeout. 12:44 left to go in the first half. And the score still Boston College 14, Holy Cross 14. We'll return to Fitton Field in just a minute.
Get the look you want. The look of action. The NFL Pro Line look. Here's how to get it. The authentic NFL Pro Line catalog brings you the same gear worn by players and coaches. NFL game jerseys from the authentic suppliers, heavy-duty T-shirts, and more. Built to take it. NFL Pro Line, the way you want to look. For your catalog, send $1 to NFL Gift Catalog, 10810 Older Circle, Dallas, Texas.
I realized when I got my own business, I had to give it 110% of my time. I got deadlines to meet. I can't let something like hunger get in the way.
Snickers satisfies you.
A Snickers fills me up till I can grab a meal. Cuts of hunger, lets me take care of business.
Packed with peanuts, peanut butter nougat, caramel, and milk chocolate. Mmm.
Snickers satisfies you.
Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
Snickers is like a part of my business. When I'm hungry, it really does the job for me.
Travel arrangements made through Eastern Airlines. Whether you're traveling to Florida for business or pleasure, chances are Eastern's going your way. Eastern, the leader in service to all the Americas. Second down and a long 6. Boston College just outside their own 36-yard line. Halloran lofting it over the middle and completing it for the first down at about the 45 to the tight end Peter Casparillo. Tom Estep, number 20, the free safety, and 91 Jim Kelly dropping off from defensive end made the hit. But Boston College went right back to those routine, really, pass patterns, and that's about all you can do in the middle of the field, Jack. You can't get fancy.
No, what they'll do is bring Troy Stratford in motion, set him out in the flat. They know the Holy Cross can play that zone defense, and Casper finding the open area, got the pass for a first down.
BC 1st and 10 at their own 47. Turner looking for a hole and getting about 4 into Holy Cross territory at about the 49 before Jerry McCabe, 55, makes the hit. So it's a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. And Boston College starting to maintain control. And I think over the years, Jack, one of the things that has been prevalent in this game is even when Holy Cross has been able to come out strong as they did here, the superior size and depth of Boston College has eventually worn them down.
It really takes its toll in the fourth quarter. You're playing against a huge 275-pound offensive line. You can't do it all day.
Halloran firing and completing it. Darren Flutie on the far sideline, tripped up on a nice tackle by number 6, Byron Dixon. But not before Flutie picks up another Boston College first down at the Holy Cross 40-yard line.
Byron Dixon made a one-hand tackle on Darren Flutie on the sideline. Flutie trying to do the same thing that Calvin Martin did, spin back and try to get the extra yardage and possibly a touchdown. As if he beats Dixon, he goes down the sidelines. He got tripped up right near the 40-yard line.
Boston College moving the ball effectively, starting this drive with their own 6. 11:20 left to go in the first half of a 14-14 tie. Stratford with some power blocking. And a lot of purple shirts over there to meet him. A gain of 2 or 3 is all inside the 40. Down to about the 37. Dave Murphy 26 and Jim Kelly 91. Forcing him out of bounds. And they forced him out at the 37. So it's 2nd and 7. Stratford, who had a 184-yard day last week against Syracuse, to go over the 1,000-yard mark on the year. Halloran with lots of time, looking long down the far sideline, and he just threw it away. Flutie was over there, but Flutie was about 15 yards from where the ball landed, and the Holy Cross fans are hollering for a flag. There is none.
Well, he got pressure from Andy Martin, right defensive tackle. And 4 or 5 games ago, Sean Halloran may have put that ball up for grabs down the middle, try to force something. He realized it was not there. He realized he's starting to get pressure from Martin. Instead of taking a chance, real mature, used his poise, he just threw the football out of bounds.
3rd and 7 from the 37 of Holy Cross. BC 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. Firing it out and completing it to Stratford. Stratford makes a man miss, makes another miss, but goes down with a one-arm tackle by Tom East at the free safety. Not before, however, he gets inside the 15. They're going to mark it at the 12, where it'll be 1st and 10, a gain of 25.
You see the pressure right now. You see a blitz by the Holy Cross defense. They read perfectly and picked up, and this is Stratford just getting the ball, getting the ball after he comes off the break of Calvin Martin, who goes upfield, and he almost makes 2 people miss and go down for the touchdown. But Calvin Martin went deep downfield. Troy Stratford broke off that play into the flat, and the offensive lineman picked up the blitz. Good execution by the Boston College offense.
The officials have asked for a timeout themselves, and I'm not sure why. There's something, a cable of some sort has come loose and come onto the field of play in the end zone.
Is that our cable?
Well, I don't know who else would have cables around here. Well, while they get it moved back into place, and there's a lot of people around the sidelines, we'll take one look at that run again. Here's the reaction of the secondary on Stratford's reception.
You see him come right out of the flat. He's lined up in a slot area, and he's wide open. You cannot give Troy Stratford that much room. Dixon, he doesn't barely get the glove on him, and he tries to spin back inside. If that is artificial turf, they're lining up for the extra point.
And oh, the joys of football on natural turf, huh? I'll tell you, you get it in your face, you get it in your eyes, your nose, your mouth, you taste it all game long. But you don't really notice it that much until the game is over, until you come off the field, perhaps. So the cable is back in place. The ball is on the 12 of Holy Cross, 1st and 10, Boston College.
Cable's in place. Are we still in the air?
We have no way of knowing. We'll just keep going. It appeared to be some type of communication cable that linked both sides of the field. Stratford, big hole, running hard inside the 5. And into the end zone for a touchdown. What a play by Troy Stratford with 2nd and 3rd effort to go 12 yards for a Boston College touchdown.
This is a great effort by Troy Stratford, but also poor tackling by Holy Cross. See, right now, 2 people just really bounced off him. Number 26 right there had a chance to bring him down. Murphy could not do it, spun off him, and broke a couple tackles, kept his legs moving the entire time. That's why he was able to get in the end zone.
Jack McNeil has said that he would not trade Troy Stratford for any other running back around, and that is a great statement.
I think what Jack McNeil means, he catches the football well. He runs outstanding routes out of the backfield. He'll block for the other running backs. And he is a complete football player and really could line up as a wide receiver and run routes out there as well. So he is Mr. Versatility for the Boston College team.
Brian Lowe trying for the 21st point. Line drives it through there. So after trailing 14-0, Boston College has come back with 21 straight points to take the lead. A timeout with a score now. Boston College 21 and Holy Cross 14. We'll be right back.
2 new winners. Whiz stores have opened.
Take me to the new Whiz in Huntington. Take me to the new Whiz in Scarsdale for free Frisbees, T-shirts, caps, and mugs.
In March 1986, the Saab 9000 was put through a series of tests at Le Mans and Montlhéry in France. When it was over, the Saab driver said,
"I don't believe it. We built a 5-passenger Porsche."
Test drive the Saab 9000 at your local Saab dealer.
I was at a restaurant once, and a waitress who was taking care of another table comes up to me and she says, "Excuse me, but do you look familiar?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess." She goes, "I thought so."
Jerry Gerard, very independent sports, 7:30 and 10 only on Channel 11.
An impressive 94-yard scoring drive has given Boston College a 7-point lead, and this 12-yard run by Troy Stratford, the capper.
She's just the guards are pulling. It's a quick trap. Good blocking right at the point of attack. And right now, Troy Stratford looked like he was going to go down. Some people hesitated for a second. He broke 2 or 3 different tackles. People talk about his quickness, but his leg strength is so unbelievable that he would not go down when 2 or 3 different defenders hit him. He finally went in the end zone for the touchdown.
He weighs 190 pounds at 5'8", and a lot of that 190 is right in those legs.
A lot of it's from the waist down, and that's where you get a lot of your power if you're a running back, and he has a lot of power there, and he showed it on that touchdown run. But it's an attitude where he just refuses to go down, and he doesn't care if he's playing on a mud field or an artificial turf. As a good running back, he's going for that end zone, and he finally got in on that play.
So Brian Lowe, looking for a place to put the ball down, is having a little difficulty as the field just gets worse and worse.
I think he's more concerned about where his foot's going to plant when he's going to hit the ball. So he's trying to find a dry area for his foot so that he doesn't kick and fall down. I've seen kickers do that, pull hamstring and groin muscles, and then kick the ball about 5 yards.
So he's got himself a place that he hopes works, approaches it gingerly, and gets a pretty good kickoff. Lockbaum takes it at about the 20 and falls forward across the 30 to about the 31 or 2. So Holy Cross now with a very key possession. They have seen their 14-point lead turn right around to a 7-point deficit.
Talk about momentum going back and forth. They had it all there when they were up 14-0, and the home crowd was going crazy. All of a sudden, when it becomes 21-14 Boston College, the crowd gets a little bit quieter here at the stadium. Now they need to put a drive together because that Boston College defense has played well the last 2 times Holy Cross has had the ball.
Sophomore Jeff Wiley from Salina, Ohio, right back to the air and almost intercepted. Bill Romanowski, who's picked off 1 earlier and has 4 on the year now, diving for it but coming up short. It'll be 2nd down and 10, still at the 32.
Bill Romanowski's backside linebacker, and he's just coming underneath the receiver. He's coming underneath, make sure that the ball is completed. He's got to go over his head. He gets his hand on the football in that zone defense and knocks it down. He's an intelligent football player back there. He's kind of the team leader in that defensive secondary.
It was intended for Randy Pedro, the tight end. 2nd and 10. Almost intercepted again by Romanowski. This one intended for Gordy Lockbaum. And Romanowski figures he really should have had that one, as it literally did go through his arms.
I think Jeff Wiley, when he rolls back out there, he better find out, first of all, where number 53 is, Bill Romanowski, and throw somewhere else. He's reading him perfectly, and a lot of times a quarterback with his eyes and his arm will show you exactly where he's going to go. And that time again, Romanowski was right underneath the play, and that's where that linebacker's got to sit, about a 10 or 12-yard area underneath the receiver, and he almost had another interception.
After completing 10 of 14 in the first quarter, Wiley has thrown 5 consecutive incomplete passes. 3rd down and 10. John Boza chasing him, and he gets it away, and it's tipped and picked off. Intercepted by Rico Labby. back at about the Boston College 47 or 8 yard line. Lavey, a sophomore from Rockville, Maryland, literally made the reception on his back.
You talk about an easy interception. You're going to see one right here. Lavey ends up making the interception, gets tipped. You see Wiley rolling out right here. Lavey is down on the ground. You see him down there. He just turns over and makes the interception. The guys are giving all these high fives on a great play he made. But he did it while he was laying in the dirt or the mud.
Well, had that ball not been tipped, I doubt he would have been able to make the play, because the tip changed the trajectory and kept the ball aloft a little bit longer. So the second turnover for Holy Cross, and BC in business with good field position at their own 47. Sean Halloran going right back to the air. And he has it completed to Darren Flutie on the far sideline. And Flutie may have enough for a first down. He appears as if he does. And it is a Boston College first down at the 42 of Holy Cross.
The one thing Sean Halloran is doing right now, he's reading the defenses properly, but also in his out patterns, he really rifles the football out of that flat. He's got a very strong arm, throwing a big league arm, and he'll just nail the ball out there right on a line that time to Flutie.
As you see, Boston College's first two possessions resulted in very little. In fact, one of them a Holy Cross touchdown, but they have come back to score 3 consecutive possessions. Stratford running, and Jim Kelly 91 and Jerry McCabe run him out of bounds. He gains, however, about 4. Down inside the 40, near the 38. They're going to mark it really at about the 39. It'll be a gain of 3, so it's second down and 7.
I talked to Coach Duffner yesterday from Holy Cross. He felt we can't line up man-to-man against that Boston College offensive line. We're going to try to have a lot of stunt, a lot of game, try to get the confusion to that offensive line so we can't take them on one-on-one.
Stratford straight ahead, breaking through again. And Stratford has a first down as he gets inside the Holy Cross 30. Julio Fernandez and Chris Lucas, the strong safety number 2, finally bring him down, but he just squirted right through the tiniest of openings for the first down.
So when you catch people stunning and moving around, you try to go right at that defense. It's exactly what Boston College does. Catches them in the stunt. They catch the defensive lineman going downfield. It opens up for Stratford. He gets through that hole. He is a quick running back and took it down inside the 30.
John Bronner, the fullback, running hard straight ahead.
Second
down near the 20-yard line. Gain of about 6 yards on first down. It'll be second down and 4. Rob McGovern, a sophomore from Oradell, New Jersey, number 58, made the tackle.
You can tell that the Boston College offensive line has done a good job for Sean Halloran protecting him. The back of his uniform is completely clean. He has not been on the ground at all, and that's a credit to that big offensive line.
From the Holy Cross 21-yard line. Second and 4. Stratford cutting it back and getting the first down, I think, as he is near the 15. He should have enough, and does. So Boston College really flexing their muscles on their previous drive for a leading touchdown, and they're right back at it again. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the half. They lead by 7, and they're driving. From the 16-yard line, Bronner getting some tough yardage inside the 15. Mike Jednak, number 54, a junior defensive tackle from White Plains, New York, on the stop. Jack Bicknell signaling in the plays. And the wide receivers also shuttling back and forth.
Well, that time it is trying to give the ball. Bronner, a big, strong running back, try to go right behind that offensive line. Bronner, 230 pounds. But the Holy Cross defense did a good job of stacking him up for a short gain.
Second and 7 from the 13. Allen again with time and completes it to Kelvin Martin for another touchdown. Kelvin Martin's third touchdown reception of the day. And with 7:38 to go in the first half, Boston College has scored 4 straight times to lead 27-14 with the extra point yet to come.
Good throw by Sean Halloran in between Scott Rudy and Dave Murphy on the play. See him going right down the middle. There's Calvin Martin making the play in front of Dave Murphy, number 26, on that crossing route. And Sean Halloran, he's got a hot hand for the last 4 or 5 weeks and drilled the ball right there to Calvin Martin.
Martin's caught 7 balls for 88 yards and now 3 touchdowns. So Brian Lowe on to attempt yet another extra point. He drives it right through the middle. And Boston College is now up by 2 touchdowns after trailing by 2 touchdowns. And a big day so far for that man, Sean Halloran. With 7:38 to go in the first half, the score, Boston College 28, Holy Cross 14.
Al here tells me I got a real good shot at a 600-pound marlin. I better, because he's charging me an arm and a leg for the privilege. But with Piedmont's low winter fares, I figure I've already saved a bundle. So whether you want to go deep-sea fishing in Florida or ice fishing in Minnesota, just call Piedmont. Hey, with fares this low, you won't catch me sitting around this winter. Whoa! You okay? Hey, you know the water's great this time of year.
A new force has emerged in commercial banking. National Westminster Bank USA. With a commitment to excellence through flexible lending products.
We can respond quickly. We know your industry.
Innovative cash management.
We can invest your funds earlier.
We're part of a $100 billion worldwide banking group.
Our international trade finance capabilities can help.
We're working harder to do more for our customers. NatWest USA. The people and the resources you need today and tomorrow.
Here's the play again as Sean Halloran hit Calvin Martin for the 3rd touchdown pass they have connected on so far today.
And it all starts with the protection. The offensive line right now, first of all, they clear everybody out of the middle so Halloran can see right down the middle, and that's where Calvin Martin is coming on that crossing route. Safety Dave Murphy was a little bit late coming over the top and trying to make the play, and Sean Halloran's got a hot hand and put the ball right to Calvin Martin. And I think the big key has been, especially the last 4 or 5 weeks, is the fact that that offensive line for Boston College has just done a tremendous job, not only on the pass protection for Halloran, but on the running game to get their balance in their offense. And they are a much improved football team over what started back in September.
They certainly are. And Calvin Martin, with his 3 TD receptions, has already tied the school record for a single game today. And the squib kick fumbled. Boston College recovers at the 30-yard line. Dave Murphy, number 26, the man returning the kick, and 36, Tim Donovan returning the kick, and Jim Hassel, number 50, comes up with the loose football at the Holy Cross 30.
You see the hit right here, gets the ball. The ball just bounces around on the mud right there, and Boston College comes up with the recovery. What really happened on the kickoff, right when the man was ready to kick the ball started to come off the tee. He did not mean to kick a squib kick. The ball just came off the tee, rolled off, and he hit it at the same time, causing that squib kick, and finally resulted in a fumble and a recovery for Boston College.
Holy Cross is reeling now after being sky high, leading 14-0. They trail by 14, and they have given up the ball yet again. So they have called a timeout. Boston College will have it 1st and 10 at the Holy Cross 30. And one thing Mark Duffner talked about yesterday when he talked to both of us, really, Jack, was the necessity of his ball club to not make mistakes. They cannot play with Boston College man for man. And we talked about that. Consequently, they can't afford to help the opposition with turnovers, and they have begun to do just that, and Boston College has capitalized on it.
They really felt that coming into this game, they had to play a perfect, error-free football game to be in the game with Boston College. And you make a few mistakes like this right now, I'm sure he's telling his defense just to keep your poise out there, to hang in. Bad things are happening right now. Just be disciplined, play defense, and good things will occur.
Turner straight ahead, inside the 25, down to about the 24 for a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. 7:20 remaining in the half. Jerry McCabe at 96. Ron DeChirico making the stop for Holy Cross.
This is what I'm talking about, Boston College not being one-dimensional. They can turn around after a touchdown pass and put some backs back there and play power football.
Jim Bell at tailback for the first time, and Bell has the 1st down, picking his way down to about the 18. So 2 more than the needed yardage. So a gain of 6. And Boston College right back in there as Stratford now comes back into the game at tailback and Bell comes out.
Holy Cross is a team that is not giving up much yardage against the run. Only Army had over 200 yards rushing. Other than that, they have shut down teams in their running game, but not today to Boston College.
Good hard running. Turner, touchdown, Boston College. Jim Turner, the fullback, breaking off tackle. And Holy Cross really having a problem tackling, particularly in the secondary. That has contributed to the last 3 touchdowns as Boston College begins to pull away.
This is straight ahead blocking. Should have been brought down right around the 17-yard line. You see missed tackles. Murphy here diving for Turner. Has 2 or 3 missed tackles on the play. And the offensive line is the key right now, just pushing people off the ball. Look at the surge of that offensive line, taking their defensive people 5 yards downfield. Turner doesn't even touch anybody until he's about 5 yards into the secondary. He breaks the tackle, some more poor tackling, and he's into the end zone.
It is now 34-14, and Brian Lowe, who has been very busy, will try another one out of the hold of Sean Carmody. And again, it is good. So 6:33 still left to play in the second quarter, and the offense continues to roll. The score, Boston College 35 and Holy Cross 14. We'll return to Fitton Field in a minute.
Get the look you want, the look of action, the NFL Pro Line look. Here's how to get it. The authentic NFL Pro Line catalog brings you the same gear worn by players and coaches. NFL game jerseys from the authentic suppliers, heavy-duty T-shirts, and more, built to take it. NFL Pro Line, the way you want to look. For your catalog, send $1 to NFL Gift Catalog, 10810 Older Circle, Dallas, Texas.
Wash and go with Hertz. Got too much you're busy doing to fuss around with your shampooing. Keep your hair on the go with you. Wash and go with Hertz. You want a shampoo works as hard as you. Wash and go with Hertz.
Hertz shampoo has a drop of conditioner, so you just wash and go with great hair and no fuss.
Wash and go with Hertz.
There's a look at a part of the field. This mud getting worse and worse as the game goes along. And let's take a look again at the touchdown run by Turner of that offensive line surge. And Jack, we talked about how that additional weight becomes a tremendous advantage in the mud.
That picture says it all about the offensive line of Boston College. When you can take a defensive lineman and push him downfield at least 5 yards like that before your running back even has to make a cut, that's telling you you're knocking people off the football, and that's the dominant part of this Boston College team.
Lockbaum takes it at the 16-yard line and slips down as he tries to cut back in the grasp of Ron Perryman, number 32, a sophomore linebacker. So Holy Cross now in need of more than a big play. They need some big plays. Boston College taking only 3 plays to go 30 yards in a minute after the turnover to put their 35th point on the board. We've had 7 touchdowns. And we still have 6.5 minutes to go into the second quarter. Straight ahead power running by the fullback, Tom Kelleher. And Kelleher gets pretty good first down yardage as he picks up about 3, second down and 7.
Boston College interchanging a lot of people now, 3 or 4 different people on second down and long, get their nickelback people in the game. I'm sure now they're going to even try to double team Lockbaum even that much more whenever he goes in motion, double from the inside and the outside to try to take him away from their offense.
You saw Cornell leading Penn early. Penn, of course, undefeated in the Ivy League. Wiley sliding down after scrambling out to the 30. He picked up about 5, but it's going to be 3rd down and a long 3.
Harrison's that first drive where Holy Cross moved the ball up the field and scored a touchdown to take the lead early. Their offense really has not been able to do that much. I think the Boston College defense has adjusted a little bit more. They're containing the quarterback. The running play has not been that effective, and they're coughing the football off on special teams and during an interception, and that really gave Boston College the opportunity to put some more points on the board.
Holy Cross from their own 30, 3rd and 3, as it's dumped off and almost picked off. The ball still loose and incomplete. The ball was tipped, and a mad scramble ensued, and no one was able to come up with it. It was intended for Kelleher out of the backfield, and guys were diving left and right. But it's 4th and 3, still at the Holy Cross 30, and the punting unit comes on.
With that middle screen set up, let the defensive linemen and linebackers come right to the middle and dump the football off. But with man-to-man coverage, one of the Boston College defensive back or linebackers was right there, came underneath, and almost came up with the interception after tipping it up in the air.
So Jack Phelps on the punt, and he drives it out of there. This is a good one, sending Kelvin Martin way back inside the 20. Martin watching it, and it's going to be down inside the 5. What a punt by Jack Phelps, a sophomore from Belmore, New York, who had been averaging only 36 yards a kick. He gets it away for a 64-yard kick. And guess who was down there to down it? Gordy Lockbaum, number 17. Well, coming up at halftime, we'll have the TVEN Sports Spotlight, and it'll be on Coach Mark Duffner of Holy Cross, an interview with him since taking over in February following the tragic death of the then head football coach here, Rick Carter. He had the Crusaders rolling along 10-0 going into today's game. We'll take a look at some of the events connected with the rivalry of this game over the years and the great tradition and some of the highlights of those many, many seasons of combat between Boston College and Holy Cross. Both bands will be on the field. We'll have scores of other games, first half highlights, and a bunch more. So stay with us. BC 1st and 10 from their own 3-yard line. They lead 35-14. And it's incomplete. Intended for Stratford out of the backfield. Stratford unable to hold on. So it'll be 2nd and 10, still at the 3. A lot of big games around the country today, and this only one, as we look at Gordy Lockbaum, of the traditional rivalries that not only have a lot to do with bragging rights and recruiting situations in locales, but also some bowl pictures still left to be ironed out. Stratford can only get out to the 5. Number 55, Jerry McCabe, making the tackle on Stratford after the gain of 2, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
Where Boston College is back in the situation, because I do not think Calvin Martin felt that punt would go over his head and hit the only dry spot on the field, the hard area on that right side, and it bounded all the way inside the 5-yard line. I'm sure they'll come out here, and they're not afraid to throw the football. It's been the most effective part of their offense the entire first half. I look for them to throw it to try to get the first down.
They pitch, however, to Stratford. Stratford trying to get out far enough is very close as he crosses the 10. He needed to get across the 13. Scott Rudy, number 44, a 220-pound senior, made the tackle, and Stratford does have enough for the first down.
That's a play where Holy Cross had to hold them back there, make them punt the football, hope for a poor punt, get good field position, and try to put some more points on the board here before the end of the half. But Stratford again went to the short side of the field. Holy Cross was not prepared for it, and he got the first down.
On 1st and 10, Halloran looking for Kelvin Martin, overthrows him, incomplete. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. It is 35-14. Boston College leading Holy Cross. After the Crusaders, unbeaten this year, had led 14-0 in the first quarter. 2nd and 10. Boston College still at their own 13.
Holy Cross has played a lot of different opponents this year, but not a team that has the weapons of a Boston College, a Troy Stratford, a Calvin Martin, a Darren Flutie, people like that are tough to defend against.
Turner getting a couple just across the 15. Mike Jedmack, number 54, at defensive tackle on the stop. Jednak limping a little bit as he goes back to the defensive huddle. 3rd and 6 after the gain of 2. Well, 3rd down and 8 actually after the gain of 2. Boston College converted on 3rd and 8 previously. They are 3 for 4 on 3rd down conversions, and Halloran wants to throw under pressure. Gets away and now is in traffic with his own people. He will not get the first down as he's shoved out of bounds short of the 20-yard line. And Boston College sends the punting unit on. So Holy Cross did not hold on the first series of downs, but they do on the second series of downs. And BC will have to give the football up for the first time in quite a while. Steve Zabriskie and Jack Ham with you from Fitton Field here in Worcester, Massachusetts, as this annual rivalry continues. And Boston College has taken command in the second quarter after trailing. Julio Fernandez drops back deep to receive, and Kevin Rooney's punt is very bad. A poor punt landing around the BC 40 and rolling toward midfield. It'll stop at the 48. So Holy Cross has an opportunity with excellent field position in Boston College territory after only a 28-yard punt. And again, the condition of the field, I'm sure, a contributing factor to the kicking game. When a kicker does not have good footing, it's hard to get the timing necessary to get your foot into the ball well.
Plus, Holy Cross put 10 men up on the line of scrimmage, put pressure on the punter coming right up the middle. Just got the football off a little quicker than he really wanted to, and that forced a poor punt.
1st and 10 from the Boston College 48. Lockbaum in motion as Wiley drops and looks for Lockbaum, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Pelagata, number 49. The free safety, and Pelagata runs it back to the 45. It was not a good pass by Wiley as he put up a flutter ball, and Pelagata was able to run under it.
When you throw the ball right down the middle like that, when Boston College has 2 defenders sitting up in the middle, Pelagata made a very easy interception. You see him right now rolling out, little semi-roll to his left. Now he's turning back, trying to throw right down the middle. A wobbly throw. It's a poor throw. Didn't really get much on it. The ball might have been a little bit muddy, so he couldn't get a good grip on it. And Pelagata came down with a very easy interception. You saw the ball going down. It was not a tight spiral at all.
Now Halloran back to work as BC has it at the 45, and it's complete to Kelvin Martin for a first down into Holy Cross territory at the 44. Byron Dixon, number 6, with the coverage, and he made an immediate hit, but Martin held on for the first down.
Where timing sometimes on a field like this can be off with your quarterback and wide receiver. Kelvin Martin came down, ran an out pattern. The ball from Sean Halloran was right there. The timing was right perfect for him, and he made the catch, took a tough hit, and jumped up as if he's going to cause some problems. One of the defensive back, then went back into the huddle.
Gain of 12 gives Martin an even 100 yards receiving so far today. And Halloran has another completion. This one to Tom Waddle, as Dave Murphy, number 26, made the hit on Waddle right away, but it's near the 30 of Holy Cross, and it's yet again a first down. We have an injured Holy Cross player down, 54, Mike Jednak. Apparently has an injured knee. So Jednak being attended to as he's down at about the Holy Cross 45. Boston College will have a first down at the Holy Cross 31 when play resumes. We have 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the half.
I don't think I've seen Sean Halloran throw the football any better than he is this afternoon on a muddy field like this. He is rifling the football, especially the balls right down the middle to Flutie and Calvin Martin for the touchdown before. I mean, he's putting a lot of zip on the football. He's got a strong arm, and his receivers right now are making outstanding catches for him as well. But Sean Halloran right now is 16 for 21 for 210 yards and 3 TD. That's a career for a lot of quarterbacks.
And you're right, Jack. Under these conditions, it is not easy as Jednak limps off the field under his own power. But Halloran is really a big story for Boston College.
What a difference a couple of weeks make.
Boy.
When I talked to Jack Bicknell after the Rutgers game, and we're going to do the California game the following week, they demoted him down to third-team quarterback for the Penn State game. Then you get a couple guys banged up, the quarterbacks He's got to go back in. Did a good job against Penn State, and he just played outstanding football the rest of the way.
Tim Crimer in a defensive tackle replacing Jednak, and here goes Troy Stratford again as he breaks one outside. There was no containment whatsoever, and he is down inside the 15 before Tom Estep, the free safety, runs him out of bounds.
Some people look quick no matter if they're on artificial turf or natural grass or mud or whatever. You see Troy Stratford just dip back to the outside, give a little head fake, and now he is outside containment, and he knows he's going to try to get as much yards as he can, and then not getting tackled. He delivers the blow downfield to number 20, Tom Estep, and gets a few more yards.
1st and 10 from the 12. Stratford straight ahead. Picks up about 3. Down to about the 9. Actually, the ball was on the 13, and he gains 3 to the 10. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. 79, Andy Martin, who came into this game with 16 sacks for 100 yards and losses, made the tackle, but Martin has not been a factor in the sack department. As you mentioned, Jack, the offensive line of Boston College is giving Sean Halloran great protection. Stratford again breaking a tackle and getting inside the 5. As Boston College just keeps hammering away using that big offensive front. Rob McGovern, 58 on the stop for Holy Cross.
Well, it's just a situation where you can just wear a defensive line down so bad that they take the ball directly to you. They're getting into you as the offensive blocker, and they're pushing you off the line of scrimmage. And once you do that, and you're thrown into the laps of the linebackers, there's no way you can stop the running game. They're running right up the middle with Stratford or Browner or Turner, whomever they put back there, because of the strength and power of that Boston College offensive line.
Boston College calling timeout with 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go in the half. And again, we want to remind you that coming up at halftime, our weekly feature and the final of 86, and since it's our last telecast, the TVEN Sports Spotlight will focus on Holy Cross head coach Mark Duffner in his first season, and prior to today, although his team is in tough here, had not lost a game as a head football coach. We'll talk about the difficult circumstances under which he took over after being an assistant to Coach Rick Carter here prior to Carter's suicide. And we'll have, of course, both bands performing. We'll have highlights and scores for you. We'll check out the top 20 this week, and you'll have an opportunity to see the scores of some of the games that will decide perhaps the final pieces of the big bowl puzzle for this year, as this is the official bowl bid day. Boston College after 6 o'clock will receive their bid to the Hall of Fame Bowl. John Bronner cannot get in. Bronner stopped actually behind the line of scrimmage as Holy Cross had excellent penetration and no gain on the play. So it's going to be 4th down, maybe even a loss on the play. 4th down and about 1.5 yards to go. The ball is at about the 4-yard line, as near as I can determine. They need to get to about the 2 for a first down. And of course, they're 4 yards away from a touchdown. It is 4th down. Stratford, and the pitch goes on the ground, and Stratford picks it up and runs it in for a touchdown. Halloran fell down trying to pitch the ball, and he might have been ruled down before he made the pitch, but he was not.
Officials are not going to call it. It's a very close call when he tripped to see. We're trying to see Sean Halloran right now fumbles the ball right here. As he's going now, it looks like his knees did not touch the ground. He was in midair, and he just pitched the football back to Stratford, and he went in. Stratford went in for a touchdown. We'll take a better look at it right now. He's down. I'm sorry, look from that angle. His right knee touched down before he pitched the football back. The official did not blow him dead right there, which should have been called. Troy Stratford goes in for a touchdown. In fact, that's the second time that Stratford scored a touchdown this year on a fumble. I think it happened in the Cal game where he went into or Rutgers game, and he went in for a score.
Second time we've seen it. He may have done it another time, too.
That's probably in their offense.
So Brian Lowe getting a lot of exercise for his right leg, boots another extra point on a touchdown that really should not have been allowed, as Halloran appeared to be down prior to the pitch to Stratford. Boston College scores with just 19 seconds remaining in the half and have a commanding 42-14 lead.
You know things are going your way when you botch a 4th down play near the goal line and you pitch the ball back, fumble that ball, and Troy Stratford still gets in the end zone for a touchdown. You know, if you're Holy Cross, you're in for a long afternoon.
Holy Cross started off so well. If you were not with us, they took a 14-0 lead. They had an outstanding drive, and on their other touchdown were aided by a Boston College turnover that gave them excellent field position. But then Boston College, after punting away the ball and then giving the ball up on the turnover their first 2 possessions, came on to score 4 consecutive possessions to take a 14-point lead after trailing by 14, and they now lead 42-14 with 19 seconds to go in the half.
You were talking about the Holy Cross undefeated season. You know, when Holy Cross lost their last game?
It was last year.
No, they lost the alumni game.
Exactly right.
They lost to the alumni here at spring practice, at the end of spring practice, 7-6. And Coach Duffner, at that time, he just rolled his eyes when that happened. He thought it would be in for a long year. Either that or his alumni are great football players. One of the two.
That's right. They lost the alumni game. And this program, after the suicide of head coach Carter and the loss in the alumni game, was really a low ebb. They thought there was no way that they would have the kind of season they have had. But they came on extremely strong to start. And after a change in quarterbacks, Wiley not being the starting quarterback for the first game, that really made the difference. Mike Felitti, number 28, is back there with Gordy Lockbaum. And he picks up the ball at about the 13, and on the reverse, Donovan, number 36, breaks to the outside. Holy Cross trying for the big play. A flag goes down, as does Donovan as he crosses the 40. So a penalty with just 10 seconds remaining on the clock in the first half. David Thompson, number 17, made the tackle. But Tim Donovan will have much of that run back nullified by a clipping penalty right about at the point of the tackle. So the clip at the 40 will move it back to the 25. And Mark Duffner can only shake his head in frustration as, again, mistakes continue to aid the cause of his opponent.
They're trying to make a big play on the kickoff return, and they get the clipping penalty, but they're trying to make a big play, trying to get in decent field position where they maybe possibly now with 10 seconds left to go. It's going to have to run the clock out because Boston College will not give them any. They'll have 3 or 4 people deep downfield during the snap of the football.
A.J. Neiman, number 10, whom you saw in there at quarterback, and Neiman running with the ball as time is running down, gets out of bounds with 1 second remaining on the clock. Neiman, a junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, actually was the starting quarterback at the beginning of the season. Bill Thompson, 46, ran him out of bounds. So Neiman brought on. Wiley had a very hot hand in the first quarter, but went ice cold in the second quarter. 1 second left on the clock before the end of the half.
And Neiman was a starting quarterback this year, right? His first 3 passes were for interceptions, and that's when Wiley came on and has done a good job ever since.
Lots of time for him as the prevent defense is up there, and the pass is caught. Time runs out, however, as Lee Hall makes the reception at about the 40-yard line.
Steve Williams lost it in the sun, or he would have gone the other way possibly with the ball.
That's the end of the first half with the score: Boston College 42, Holy Cross 14.
For Players Club International, Mr. Telly Savalas.
I love